All right, hockey fans, the time is upon us. It's the home opener and season opener for the Varsity Redbirds. I'm Chris Yokish, of course, with my dastardly duo partner over here, Travis Wigman. Travis, what do we got in store tonight?
Well, how sweet it is to have varsity action back, Chris. I've been able to enjoy some JV games, and now varsity is upon us. Hockey season in full force. They didn't go easy on us for the first matchup. Tough matchup tonight against the Edwardsville Tigers, but going to be a tough test. But I really like this lineup this year, Chris. A lot of young players coming up with a lot of skill. A couple to name: Aiden Tall, Tony Matthews, coming up from playing JV last year, and a lot of the same faces coming back this year. And I think you all know who they are.
That's right. Of course, you got to start with the dynamic duo and forward up there, Clark and Jacobs, one of the most formidable duos in the league. Then you go to the defense. Ethan the Wall Tall, Reed Stevenson. You got some big name guns back there on defense, and then of course in net you've got what may be the consensus #1 goalie in the MVCHA according to a lot of the coaches around the league, in Caden Jokic. So I think the Redbirds are in good shape. It's just a matter of how deep are they going to be able to go, especially when you play a team like Edwardsville who runs out 4 big lines on it.
That's really going to be the key to the game, Chris. It's going to be the depth, and I think you hit the nail on the head. You definitely have got the top line going for you. The one thing this varsity team's going to have is balanced scoring attack. But like I said, a lot of these younger players, and Landon Thompson's another one coming in. He doesn't have much of a stature, but that kid finds the puck, finds the openings, knows where to be, knows where to put the puck, skates hard. So I'm anxious to see what, probably these kids will be playing on the second or third line most likely. But like I said, Aiden Tall, Landon Thompson, Tony Matthews, all these kids are capable.
It looks like Owen Bohart getting a call tonight to dress for the Redbirds as well. Another one getting called up from the JV squad as we look to expand the varsity roster a little. We have about 15 seconds left here in warm-ups. Of course, we'll have the national anthem and your starting lineups. Travis, you want to hit our sponsors real quick?
I absolutely can. Homes by Keller, Robert Poller, Wood River Township Supervisor, Johnson's Corner, Quality Auto Network, Bristow & Sons Auto Repair, and Clark Contracting Group. We thank them and our many sponsors for this season. Usually we only have 3 of them per night, Chris, and now they're rolling out 6.
Yep, those will be the same ones all week, though, Travis. So keep that thing handy.
Well, Chris, you talk about Owen Bohart. He's got off to a great start at JV, and he definitely earned the spot. He's really just taking on more of a role, carrying the puck more, doing some good things. Had a few shots on goal in that last JV game. So anxious to see what he can do at the varsity level here.
I like Bohart. Bohart, he's a player that can play forward or defense for you. He can bounce back and forth. That's a good thing to have, kind of like a Tyler Morelli. Maybe he's the next coming of Tyler Morelli for the team. You never know.
Big shoes to fill there.
About 5'6" shoes.
Maybe in the metaphorical sense then.
We've done the standard and practices announcements from the MVCHA. No fist fights in the crowd. No obscene gestures, language, gas, whatever it is. Here we go with the starting lineups.
2 out of 4 ain't bad there on that, Chris.
Number 6, Jackson Rock. Number 32, Evan Stark. Now the Redbirds starting lineup. Senior, number 7, Tyler Jacobs. Junior number 24, Jackson Pollard. Junior number 25, Ethan Paul. Junior number 91, Blake Long. Junior number 95, Hayden Clark. Junior number 29, Hayden Ewing. Number 25, Junior Jackson Plant and Redbirds.
All right, folks. It's time to start the varsity season. My God, Travis, the stands are packed on the Alton side. There is not a seat to be had on the Alton end. They're even standing around the boards. The visitors side, there are a fair amount of people, but nowhere near the amount of people the Alton side has. And you could tell by that intro of the players how loud it got in here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pride coming around these Alton and Marquette kids, and there's a good student section down there as well. That makes it a lot of fun. So you can bet when Keller Jacobs put one in the net, he'll be leaping his way on the boards down there, and they'll be there to embrace him. So I think fans are fired up about hockey. Football season officially over, so away we go. Chris, one thing to note on this starting lineup is Jackson Pollard back at it here with Clark and Jacobs like we saw a lot last year. That's a move that Coach Clark made about midway through the season, and ever since it has stuck. Pollard providing a lot of size and net front presence on that top line.
All right, here we go, off the draw. There's one change up on the team there. As you see Clayton Long dropping back on defense as well as Keller Jacobs. Good Lord. He slid into the zone on that play as a stoppage there by Stark will get us a face-off.
Well, funny thing about that is he's fast even on his knees, Chris.
He was passing up the defense while he was down there. Here goes Clark on the face-off. Quickly wrapped around the boards. Wolf will get it for the Tigers. He's got Pollard all over him. Jackson Pollard in hot pursuit. He'll throw it off the far side. Kept in momentarily and stays in. Clark makes a move. He takes a bump from Petker, who takes a bump from Jacobs. Back the other way we go. That gets thrown in. Wolf tries to slap at it. It deflects high. Puck still in the zone. Edwardsville players flying all over the ice as puck comes back out. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs, he gets tripped. No call from the officials right in front of him. Good Lord. There's Long back to get it. Tigers are changing. Clayton Long in his own end, tries to go up the boards. Puck gets batted away by the Tigers. Into the corner. Chipped high off the glass. Still not out as it's along the far side. Oh, Clark introduces a Tiger. But we got a whistle and a hand pass in their offensive zone on the Tigers. Good Lord, Clark throwing the weight around here early.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And of course, Redbirds didn't get much of a break down there as Keller Jacobs clearly tripped up. Stick right at the skates. The official saw it, didn't call it on that. So a little bit of bad break early on for the Redbirds.
Here we go off the draw. Johnson on with Tall. Matthews. Dixon, Stevenson back on defense. That's going to slip all the way down in the zone. Stevenson after. He wraps it around the boards for Matthews. He finds Tall. Here comes Aiden Tall. He looks for a backdoor effort there, but stopped by the Tigers defense. Back out to the neutral zone we go. Wigton throws it down in for the Tigers. Stevenson back for the Redbirds. Flips it over to Tall. To Johnson. He can't get it out. Tigers have it along the near boards. Trickles back to Dix, and Dix will flip it up. Too far for Matthews. Back into the zone. Dix again. Nice pass off a Tiger skate right to Matthews. Matthews fires one. Oh, he just missed by about 14 feet as the puck comes to the far side. Tigers have it. Johnson's there. He'll flip it back down. Matthews chasing after it. Tigers sitting around the boards for Dix. My God, Dix unloads, and the Tigers able to stand in front of that shot. Here come the Tigers up the near side. Tall has it right in front of him. He'll pick it up. Looking for Matthews off his stick. And back to the neutral zone. Oh, my God, Tall frisking the Tigers player on the far side as he checked him from the waist down with a bear hug as Tigers work it into the zone. And that's going to be an offsides here on Edwardsville. 11:16 to go in the first. We're still scoreless.
Chris, that was a good job by that second line right there. All freshman forwards, they all play together on the same line of the JV team. That's Matthews, Tall, and Johnson. And well, all three of those looked like they were skating very well, moving the puck well, and actually a good scoring chance on that sequence.
All right, the Redbirds back to live action here. The Redbirds, they've got their checking line out there, I like to call it. Got the big boys out there. You got Davis, you got Dunham, you got Steffen. Those boys are not afraid to throw that weight around. Here comes Edwardsville into the zone. Petker fires one. Oh, just past the ear of Jokic. Bar down and in. And just like that, it's 1-0 Tigers as Petker just rips through the middle of the ice and fires it past the ear of Jokic.
Well, that was a heck of a shot there by Petker. And right there at that point, you got the young defenseman, Bohart, kind of backed up a little bit too much, gave too much of a shooting lane and created a screen right there. So in that situation, you got to attack that forward before you can get a shot off like that.
There we go. Back to the action. Got Woodman and Long on defense now for the Redbirds. Pollard, Clark, and Jacobs up front as they quickly switch back to that first line after the goal. Woodman, good work as he works it down in. Clark after it. Clark gets taken out by Petker into the net. Good Lord. He had lost the puck at that point, and he still got tackled into the net.
Yeah, officials definitely letting them play here so far in this first period.
Maybe a little too much. Here we go. Face off to the right of Stark. Clark wins it back to Woodman. Woodman unloads. Pollard's tip goes just wide. Into the corner now. Clark after it. Still fishing for it. It'll come up top to Jacobs. Jacobs around the boards. Woodman over to get it. Try to get it to Pollard. Tigers tip it out. Back down the ice we go. I'll be an icing call, I guess. 10:06 to go here in the first. It's 1-0 Tigers.
Well, not many pucks heading towards the net, really on either side so far, Chris. Redbirds just need to find a way to get pucks to the net, especially with that net front presence of Pollard.
Clark on the draw, goes right in front. Right back to Clark, quick shot. Pad saved by Stark, and he was looking behind him on that one. I think he thought it was passed. And then, again, Clark gets taken down into the net. That's second time now. So they shove that net over as the Redbirds are threatening. So Edwardsville apparently had a game plan coming in to shove Clark into the net.
And cage their goalie in the process.
Face off to the left of Stark. It'll be Clark on the draw. Jacobs tries to shovel it in off the draw. Doesn't get through traffic behind the net. Pollard throws it in the middle. Widman and Long converge, and the Tigers get it out. Widman back to Pollard. Pollard off the boards to Clark. Clark to Jacobs. Jacobs gets sandwiched and then shoved into the corner over there as the Tigers whipping around the boards. Widman pushes it back down to Clark. Clark loses the handle. And that's rough for the Tigers along the far side. Battling with Clark over the puck. And here come the Tigers now as Maurer breaches the zone. Long loses an edge over there. Widman centered right in front. Oh, they can't get a shot off. Off Pollard's stick, they get right back. Edwards shot, big pad save there from Jokic. Kicked out top. Tigers keep it in. Finally, the Redbirds clear the zone, but the Tigers maintain possession. They'll dump it down in as he's going for a change. Widman fakes a pass. Looking for Clark. Comes up top. Crumps just skating right in. Fires one wide. Clark behind the net. Sends it around the boards. Not out. And there's Matthews. Matthews steals it. Here comes Matthews in. He rips one low. Stick saved by Stark. Back behind the net. Tall. Can't get there. Dix pokes at it. Comes out to center ice. Stevenson gets to it first. He'll bounce it off the boards. To Tall. Tall finds Matthews. Matthews tries to make a move around the Edwardsville defense. He's stopped. Back the other way it comes. Oh, Dix. Dix is good at poking it in there as he just keeps thwarting them as they get to the blue line. Tall. Centers right on. Oh, big chance there for Matthews. He'll get it back again up top for Dix. Dix will gather it in, send it back down to Matthews. Matthews tries to make a move. Has it taken away, back to center ice. Stevenson. He'll poke it down in deep. Redbirds are changing. Johnson after it, off the boards. Tigers cross ice. And here comes Hunnigan. He'll dump it down in. Stevenson after it. Tigers have it behind the net. Wolf up top for Petker. Petker has the lone goal so far in this game. It comes over to Thompson. Thompson to Davis. Davis tries to dump it in. Stopped there by Petker. Back to center ice. Hunnigan makes a nice move as he steals it, comes in, and he goes far down after a turnover by the Redbirds. And it's 2-0. Here with 7:06 to go in the first.
Well, that's another great shot right there. Not much Jokic can do on that, but unfortunately a bad turnover there at center ice led to that. And that's the one area you don't want to turn the puck over anywhere on your side of the red line. But go back just before that, Chris. The Redbirds nearly tied the game, and I tell you, if you give Matthews that same spot again with a chance like that, he's going to score it 9 times out of 10.
Off the draw, Tall. Sends it off the boards. Tigers send it right back into the zone. Davis tries to push it up, has it taken away. They'll go off the boards. And down in, here comes Dunham. Dunham and Davis collide. They both go down. Here comes the Tigers back the other way. Thompson's poking at it. Comes in the middle. Tall picks it up. Here comes Tall. He'll send it in. Tigers pick up the loose puck. Off the boards. They try a stretch pass to nowhere. Picked up by Caden Clark. He gets accosted along the far side. It steals the puck back. And there's Mr. Dunham has entered the game as he drops a Tiger over there along the boards. Clark back around again. Oh, and he has it knocked away. Widman sends it past Pollard. They'll call an icing here on the Redbirds. 6:05 to go in the first. Tigers lead it 2-0.
I don't know what the heck that was, Mason, but unfortunate icing call there. But here's where your top players have got to be your top players, Chris, and just get some offensive chances here started. Redbirds haven't had very many good looks on Stark here so far.
There's a quick shot from Maurer, turned aside by Jokic. Tigers get the rebound. Maurer with it behind the net. He's chased by Clark. Clark gets taken down again. Off the boards. Jacobs with it now. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs cuts through the middle. Jacobs fires one blocker saved by Stark. Loose in front. It comes to Clark. Clark will settle it. Tries to make a move. Drops it up top. Long. Fires one to tipped in front. Redbirds can't get a stick on it. And the Tigers get it back to center ice. Woodman up to Pollard. Pollard to fire it in. Pushed aside by Stark. Buck around the near side. Jacobs to Woodman. He tries to put it in the corner, but can't get it through traffic. Here come the Tigers. Ruff has it poked away by Woodman. Hankins will sit it cross ice for Wolf. He'll go off the far side, too far. Picked up by Long. Long skates back into his own end. It's Pollard. Pollard's waiting. Got a lot of real estate. He'll decide to take it. And then his pass intercepted by Boutel. Set down in Long. Up the boards, not out. Boutel with it. His shot deflects high. Off the glass. Clark gets it out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Tigers with it. Here comes Wolf for the Tigers in. Blocker saved by Jokic up into the netting.
Well, a scouting report on Jokic, you can tell is go high. Everything Edwardsville's putting at the net has been over high shoulder. Another good chance there. Good save by Jokic. And
that would be the same scouting report I'd have on Stark, and we are throwing everything at his pads here so far in the early going. As Tigers win it off the draw. Osborne centers, backdoor cut, and nobody home for the Redbirds. And it's 3-0 Edwardsville. As the Tigers slip behind the Redbird defense.
yeah, defensive breakdown right there, leaving the back door wide open, but kind of started there in the neutral zone. You turn the puck over again, right in the bad spot, and Edwardsville takes full advantage of it.
Here off the draw, puck comes back. Tigers with it. They'll send it to the near side. Back into the zone again we go. Johnson comes in, turned aside by Jokic. Referee nice enough to keep it in. This goes off the skate of Matthews now. Tigers in front. Oh, can't get the shot off. Here comes the Hayden Tall. Looking for Johnson. Tigers knock it back the other way. Bohart up the near side, looking for Tall. Tigers intercept, right back. We go. Johnson breaks it up. Tigers maintain possession. Here comes Crump. He is poked away by Tall. Johnson flips it at the net. Glove down by Bohart. He'll get off the glass and down the ice. McNamara for the Tigers picks it up. Here come the Tigers on their horse. Petker again, his shot goes wide. Rattles along the far side. Tigers still with it. Throw it through the middle, Tall. Working behind the net. Tigers try to center. Jokic knocks that out of there. Here comes Tall. Tall across the blue line. Centering ever right in front. Dunham can't get to there. The Tigers cleared out. Far side, Steffen can't get to it. Tigers push it down into the zone. Widman with it now. For Steffen. He tries to chip it up for Thompson. With Maurer's there for the Tigers as he sends it back down in. Widman to Tall. Looking for Thompson. It bounces off his stick. Tigers right in front. That shot goes wide. Whitaker has it, throws it back up top. Petker throws it on, tipped in front, wide. That shot goes high. A lot of pressure from the Tigers. Redbirds get it out of the zone at least. Tigers right back in. Center it, nobody home. along the near side. Tigers still with possession.
Yeah, Chris, you got to get more out of your forwards on the defensive zone here. Defensemen can't do it all.
And the Tigers dump it back down in. Tall. Over for Clark. He gets bumped off of it. Widman back behind the net. Tigers with it. They'll look to go in front. Boutel. Oh, Boutel takes a big hit from Clark as he tried to dance and shimmy a little too much there, and Boutel paid for that one.
Crowd loves that as well, Chris.
Well, they haven't had a lot to cheer for so far here in the early goings. As
That got him riled up.
Pollard, nice pass up. Oh, just out of reach of Clark. Clark hustles down to get it, throws it in front. Jacobs, back hit. Oh, Pollard, just wide, and then the wraparound attempt by Clark. Not enough. Oh, Pollard put that just wide. There's a tip in front by Clark. That goes wide. Hankins picks it. Or, no, I'm sorry, that's Haneke. Haneke for the Tigers. He's fast as he gets it up, gets it to Boutel. Back to Haneke. Broken up by Stevenson. Here comes Clark to Jacobs. Jacobs, 1-on-3. Rips one. Oh, that's wide. It'll rattle all the way around. Tigers get it out of the zone. Long after it for the Redbirds.
Well, by far your best chances of this first period right there, Chris. Stark had to make 3 really good saves on that.
Redbirds starting to wake up. As Tigers bring it in. Stevenson cuts off rough. Here comes the long. He can't clear. Tigers with it, but that will end. First period that was dominated thus far by the Tigers. They lead it after one, 3-0.
Well, Edwardsville a lot more relentless on the puck there in that first period, Chris. And that's one thing. I don't think the Redbirds, you've seen their best by any means so far in this game. Redbirds kind of scrambling the puck, doing a lot of chasing. Got to get your forwards more involved, the defensive side of the ice. Edwardsville's got way too many looks, moving the puck way too much in the offensive zone. And then at the other end, you just got to figure out ways to get pucks to the net. Just like that last shift right there. Had a couple of really good scoring chances, and the Redbirds just missed on that one.
Yeah, in a game like this, you have to capitalize on every chance you get. 3-0 after the first. And what I did see, Travis, is the end of that first period, it looked like the Redbirds finally came alive.
Yeah.
You had a big hit from Clark. Dunham laid down the law at one point. Getting momentum back, a little swagger in them. And hopefully that carries over here to the second.
Yeah, I need a little bit of confidence. If you get a quick goal here in this period, or at least keep them off the scoreboard, get the next goal. The next goal is huge in this game. Edwardsville gets the 4th goal. A huge shift, but the Redbirds can get one back here. We know they're capable. Hopefully get some momentum going their way, and you never know what can happen.
There we go, off the draw. They'll send out Johnson, Matthews, and Tall to start the second, with Tall and Bohart on defense. Oh, and then Ethan Tall takes a double forearm shimmy to the face right in front of the official, who, let's be frank, hasn't called a damn thing so far in the game, so why start now? Tigers have it. They'll send it up to center ice. Petker crosses the blue line, drops it over. Quick shot, blocker save Jokic. Puck dangerously in the middle there. Tall rips it out of there. Back to his brother Ethan. Ethan will dump it down in deep. Left behind the net, rough. Towards Ethan Tall with it. Flips it to his brother Aiden. Makes a spin move. Gets tied up along the boards. Clark sneaks into the fray as he's onto the ice. Puck comes in the middle, and the Tigers will bring it out. As you can see now, Travis, Coach Clark starting to play a little matchup game. He's waiting to see who Edwardsville has out there, and he'll make a quick little switch.
Well, I think that's a good idea right there. Just change things up a little bit, but also get the matchups you want here.
Down into the corner, Jacobs has it taken away. Quick shot there off the pad, off the side of the net. And the Tigers bring it back out of the zone. Now they're on the offensive attack. They lose the handle. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs finds Clark. Clark makes one move. Clark making a power move. Can't get a shot off as the Edwardsville defense converged on him. Tigers will pump it down into the corner. Behind the net now, Tall sends it up the boards, hits the official. They like to keep it in the zone. Jacobs. Oh, and it'll hit the ceiling. That was a little bit of a worm burner. If that hit the ceiling, it just barely skimmed it.
Off the insulation.
If you say so. 11:45 to go here in the second. Edwardsville's up 3-0.
Well, so far again, starting the second period, the Redbirds came out with a little bit more energy. Good save there by Jokic, though, here moments ago.
Schumacher off the draw, fires one on, saved by Jokic. Puck comes behind the net. Dix is flopping around in front of the net there. I don't know what was going on with that as that shot goes high into the netting for a stoppage. I don't know who got their hands on Dix down there, but he was all over the place.
Flopping indeed.
There we go, off the draw. Steffen comes in with a big body. That shot followed away by Jokic. Dix gets to it. He'll send it up to Davis. Davis out of the zone. Tigers right back in. Try to make a move around Stevenson. He'll send it around the boards for Steffen. Steffen has it taken away by Boutel. Dropped right in front. Edwardsville. Oh, Jokic. And we'll get a pad on that, break it up. And then Steffen will just ice it. Yeah, presumably he needs a break.
That's three fantastic saves here early on in the second period, Chris. And right before that, looked like an innocent shot through traffic. Jokic had to be quick. He got that left pad out. Could have easily made it 4-0.
10:57 to go, second period, 3-0. Tigers on top. And here comes the puck down the ice. Matthews in hot pursuit. Ruff able to get rid of it. Back to center ice. Into the zone. That shot blocker saved by Jokic. Long. Loses it behind the net. Tigers right in front. Oh, Jokic pokes that away. Tigers still with possession. Ruff. My God. He unloaded from the blue line on that one. Jackson Ruff with a 6-mile-an-hour slapper. As it goes behind the net. Widman after it now. Tigers taking away center. Oh, that goes off the side of the net. Widman gets it back. He fakes a pass. Blocker saved by Jokic into the corner. Long and Johnson working on it. Pass right in the middle. That's broken up by Adenthal. And then Matthews sends it down the ice. Redbirds trying to get some fresh legs on. And the Tigers come back the other way. Tigers into the zone. Whoa, that was blocked. And then dangerously in front, but gets knocked away. Matthews, far side to Tall, too far. And then Edwardsville shoots it into the Alton bench for a stoppage. 9:43 to go. Here in the second, 3-0. Tigers.
Well, that was a goal-saving stick right there by Clark as he came a long way to get that puck. And there was a wide open backdoor chance. Clark able to find his way to the puck and knock it away.
There we go, off the draw, and it will be Clark to Jacobs. Jacobs' quick shot goes through traffic all the way to the corner, and the Tigers dispatch it down the ice. Bohart after it. Bohart behind his own net. Gets it to Clark. Clark will cut up the middle. Here comes Caden Clark. Has it poked away by Maurer. Tigers with it. They'll go off the near side. Into the zone. Tigers, Whitaker. Off a skate, that goes wide. Battle in the corner. Tall whips it around the inboards. That'll clear the zone as Petker has to pick it up at center ice. Whitaker now with it. Clark's working on him. Back and forth. Jacobs with a poke. Tigers keep it in momentarily as it comes to Clark. He'll flip it out. That's gloved down by the Tigers. But right to Ethan Tall. He'll send it down in. He'll chase after it himself. Tall in the corner. Sends it around the inboards. Jacobs after it. He gets roughed up there by Petker. Petker again. Throwing his finally. There's an icy call. And finally the ref's going to call something here. Good Lord, is Petker.
Just going to allow them to get their hands
he's
and
not
stick
calling
ball off.
anything. He's just calling icing. He's just calling icing. Why the hell would you call a cross check to a face? What's that matter?
Hands and sticks to the head don't matter in this game,
Good
Chris.
Lord.
Unbelievable.
Clark on the draw. It rattles around the boards. Pollard after it. Tigers get it back to center ice. Stevenson with it. Flips it over, goes past Pollard. And here come the Tigers. Slips past Dix. Goes for the backhand. Jokic, big save. As Wolf had beaten Dix to get inside. Near side shot there from Schumacher. Glove down by Jokic. 7:48 to go here in the second. It's a 3-0 Edwardsville game.
Well, Jokic has continued to be busy here in the second period, and some big saves that he's made here to keep this team in the game. And one right before that last one was on a partial breakaway. They went to the backhand, and Jokic got that pad down, made a great save.
Quick shot off the draw, goes wide. Dix flips it over to Thompson. Thompson not out, kept in. Dix will retrieve it. He'll slap it up the near side, or the far side rather, for Thompson. Oh, he loses an edge. Tigers trying to wrap it around. Come in, another save by Jokic. Tigers keep it in. They'll send it back down low. Dix battling behind the net. They'll send it off the boards, but it goes nowhere as it hits a bad spot on that glass. Dunham. They're not going to shove Dunham around over there, I can tell you that much, as the puck comes out for Wolf. He sends it to the near side for Schumacher. Schumacher fires through traffic, doesn't make it, and Dix will send it all the way into the zone. 6:50 to go here in the second. 3-0 Edwardsville.
Well, that was a good time for an icing call right there. You could tell the Redbirds were gassed playing keep away where it was Edwardsville on that last sequence right there. But good job by Dunham and Dix over there on the far side, just working to get the puck, work to get possession. We know Dunham can throw his weight around, but again, a smart heads-up play there by Dix at the end of that play.
Johnson off the draw. Aiden Tall working over the Tiger player on the far side. Big slapper from the point by Ruff. Another save by Jokic. Matthews now chips it out. Back to center ice. Hankins will send it to the far side to Ruff. Ruff in again. Fires one right on. Saved by Jokic. No rebound. And at least he's looking to be getting warmed up finally. 6:27 to go here in the second.
Now, Jokic is used to seeing a pretty high shot total coming his way, especially last year in JV, but he has definitely found his game here in this second period.
Off the draw, Redbirds win it, clear the zone, and Tony Matthews in pursuit. Hankins behind the net, gives it right to Matthews. Matthews, he'll dance around with it before he sends it up top to Widman. Back down to Matthews, goes off his stick. He'll flip it behind the net. Nobody there for the Redbirds, and the Tigers get it out of the zone. Here come the Tigers in. Redbirds have no shots on goal so far in this period, Travis, as the puck comes into the corner. Widman up to Tall. Tall, nice pass to Long. Here comes Long. Clayton Long, burst of speed, rips one, just wide. Great shot by Long. He had some extra stank on that one as it comes to the far side. Tall loses the handle. Tigers send it behind the net around the boards. Long pushes it back in. He kept it in momentarily. Now the Tigers get it back out to center ice, but stolen by Tall and sent back in. Now the Tigers send it the length of the ice, Long back to retrieve it. Both teams changing as Long darts around. He'll wait, he'll circle back around. Oh, dangerous pass. Tigers keep it in. Whitaker tries to work his way in. It'll bounce off a stick. Maurer to Whitaker. Whitaker circling, throws it right on. No, doesn't make it through traffic. Tigers still with it. Tic-tac-toe in front. Another save by Jokic. And he'll smother here with 4:52 to go. There in the second, it's 3-0.
Well, that was very good puck movement there by Edwardsville, but nice job again by Jokic. Good positioning right there. And Redbirds on the other end. What a chance by Clayton Long. He found some room over here on the right side, and man, he missed by just a couple of inches. Best chance of the period, and like you said, Chris, still no shots on goal here for the Redbirds this period.
Off the draw. Tall can't clear. Battle along the far side. That hit the netting. Oh, Jokic has to make a save. That should have been whistled dead. That puck went into the netting. But we're going to play on. Not sure if we're just even watching the game at this point. As the Tigers try to center, Clark intercepts. Down into the corner, Tall. To Jacobs. Jacobs looking for Pollard. Nice move by Pollard. Pollard gets accosted here at the blue line. Tall sends it in. Behind the net now. Osborne gets to it first. Tigers back the other way they go. Tall knocks away that effort. Tigers still with it. They're going to walk in. Shot on. Another save by Jokic. 3:56 to go here in the second. 3-0 Tigers.
Well, Tigers are again on a turnover right there. Right there at the blue line. Another good chance. They walk right in, but Jokic, good positioning, comes out, makes a good save. Redbirds just having a hard time connecting on that outlet pass right now, Chris. Not able to get anything going past the neutral zone whatsoever.
Yeah, they've been a little stifled. There was, in the defensive end, Travis, there's been some standing around too. And that's why they're trailing right now in this game. As Schumacher sends it low. Bohart around the boards, not out. As Dunham throws in another hit. Tigers right in front of Jokic, another big save as Clark tries to clear. Tigers keep it in. Tall takes down Boutel. Tigers still with possession up top. Oh my God, a blistering rip from Crump. Gets intercepted by Tall. Right down to Clark. Clark moves in. His shot, all off the chest of Stark as he couldn't get a good angle for a shot. Behind the net now. Tigers try to get it out, poked away at the blue line. Dunham tries to make a move in. They can't take him down. Tigers do take the puck as a long pass to Boutel. Boutel into the zone. Bohart takes out Boutel. Good Lord. Owen Bohart throwing his massive frame around. As the puck comes around up top, Schumacher throws it down low. Tip. Oh, another shot. That goes high.
I think Jokic got a piece of that, Chris. What a save.
Good Lord. Tigers keep it in. Bohart again. He'll get it out.
Well, Chris Edwardsville's showing 22 shots on goal. I guarantee 15 of those have been high danger scoring chances.
I can guarantee you they've missed a few. Dunham runs them down. Redbirds starting to get physical. And frankly, probably what you have to do against this Tigers team, maybe slow them down a little. As the puck comes behind the net, Bohart rips it around and out. Good work by Bohart. We're going to get the ice call. You know, when you've got your head down ducking, you can really see if that puck was tipped. Icing call on the Redbirds.
Well, it's been that kind of night as far as the officiating goes. Really no penalties on either end here, but a few that definitely should have been called, and definitely an icing call. They got missed on that one.
Up in the middle, here comes Aiden Tall. Aiden Tall into the zone. Oh, has it poked away by Hankins. Hankins across the blue line. Comes behind the net, throws it up top. Ruff. Oh, Ruff fakes a shot and gets the puck back. Throw it in the middle, and then Matthews with the steal. He pushes a pass up out of the reach of Aiden Tall. I don't know how Hankins beat Tall back for that with Aiden Tall's lightning fast speed. Oh, and then the pass out to the point. Slips past Dix. Dix is going to have to go in deep to get to this one as he's tied up behind the net now. Johnson in to help Dix. Dix and Johnson working behind the net. They're in and out down there, Dix and Johnson. And finally a whistle's blown as the Edwardsville players on the ice. 1:02 to go here in the second, Travis.
Well, you know, it's been survival mode here for the Redbirds in the second period. No goals scored. Edwardsville still with a 3-goal lead, but Jokic has kept his team in the game, Chris. He has made fantastic save after fantastic save in this period. So let's see if the Redbirds can give him a little help here. You got your top line on the ice. See if you can get a goal before the end of the period.
Off the draw. Edwardsville wins it. Oh, that hits a body in front. Flutters in dangerously. Long gets to it. Up the far side. Edwardsville dump it down into the corner. Tall says, hey! Some Edwardsville fans said he was not a huge fan of Ethan Tall's haircut. And Ethan Tall took offense to that and sends one into the rafters. On accident, of course, in case anybody's watching from the MVCHA. That was an accident. As the puck comes to the far side, Clark off the boards, finds Jacobs. Jacobs, oh, he was looking for Pollard. He thought Pollard was zigging when he zagged. Here comes Clark in. Clark rips one off the shin pad of Ruff. Clark tries to center. That's off the side of the net from Pollard. Pollard gets it back. He'll throw it up top for Long. Long tries to put it on net, but it hits the Edwardsville player, Kuzmerzik, on the near boards. Puck will rattle around behind the net. 14 seconds to go in the period. Maurer tries to center. Bounce off a skate to Jacob. 8 seconds to go. Jacob slips it up ahead. He gets roughed up off the puck. And speaking of Ruff, Ruff has it for Edwardsville. And that will end the second period. Now, Travis, I think the Redbirds were a little more into it in the period, but if you look at the scoreboard, one shot on goal for the Redbirds in the second.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of the little things the Redbirds just aren't doing right now, Chris. For one, just bad turnovers in their own zone. Jokic kept that a no-score game in that second period, but Redbirds have just got to go to work more on the forecheck as well. Quick zone exits for Edwardsville. Alton just not put the pressure on the offensive zone. I did like the physical play. That was much better in that second period, and it did make a difference, but you got to find ways to get pucks in the net. You got to try to make things happen in your offensive zone, and you've got to connect on those outlet passes. Edwardsville's basically trapping you at center ice most of the time in this game.
Well, we got 14 minutes to go. Edwardsville, as we mentioned, out shooting Alton 22-10, and it's really more than that.
It feels like more than that.
They've missed a few here and there. What do you expect from Mikey Snipes over there working in the booth? He's too busy jabberjawing over there to pay attention to what's going on in the game.
Well, Chris, how about a quick shout out to our sponsors for tonight's game? Homes by Keller, Robert Pollard, Wood River Township Supervisor, Johnson's Corner, Quality Auto Network, my gosh, Bristow and Sons Auto Repair, and Clark Contracting Group.
There we go to start the third. Davis will flip it up. Whitaker has it. Or Petker, I'm sorry. Oh, my God, Dunham overskated the puck. Tall sends it up the near side. Tigers keep it in. Wolf fires it through the middle. Steffen will pick it up. He'll try to clear the zone. Pawed down there by Huneke. Huneke's walking in. He's dangerous. Jokic gets a stick on that one. Huneke gets the puck back, though. He'll cut through the middle. Huneke still with it. He'll send it up top to Petker. Dunham will bump him off the puck, and Stevenson around the boards for Steffen. Steffen, nice poke out of the zone. And they'll whistle that offsides as players got tangled up and entered the zone without the puck.
Well, Joe Steffen's still trying to get his legs underneath of him. As you probably heard, Chris, a dislocated kneecap. Actually, he's had both knees happen to him. Happened during football season, but starting to get his stride back a little bit here in this third period.
There we go as they send that first line back out there. As Long will flip it up for Pollard. Here comes Pollard up the near side. He'll clear center ice, dump it down in. Jacobs after it. Tigers get to it first. They try to send it out. Widman keeps it in.
Oh,
And then the official from the back corner calls offsides after the Edwardsville bench yelled off. So I guess he's going by what they said. He's also a graduate of Edwardsville High School, from what I understand. But that's neither here nor there as we drop the puck here. Clark on the draw, goes all the way down into the Alton zone. Long tries to clear, kept in by Maurer. He throws that net tipped wide. Widman throwing that big frame around. There's a shot in front. Jokic a save. So the puck comes back out of the zone. Good Lord, Jokic sprawling out everywhere. Long. They'll send it around the boards. Tigers get to it first. Widman steals it. Can't clear. Ruff working his way down in. Shoots one off the side of the post. Ruff will circle back around. Throws one at the net. That's tipped in front. I think it might have even tipped off a Redbird player there,
I believe it
Travis.
did, yeah. Yep, I think Widman got a piece of that one on the way in. Widman or Long right there, and just bad break there for Jokic. That puck was heading down low on the pad side, ends up over the glove. So bad break there for the Redbirds.
4-0 Edwardsville now.
But once again, Chris, Edwardsville just buzzing in the offensive zone. Redbirds not much of an answer. You just got to get more out of your forwards right now. Your wingers are way too high. I understand you got to guard the points, but you got to help out. Your defense and your center are getting buried down there.
Off the draw, here comes Tall. Tall works it down into Tall. Tall centers. Pass Tall. Tall will chase after it. Ethan Tall makes a move. I got to start calling these Tall brothers something different. That's confusing me. I can't imagine how it is at home.
TNT.
There comes Edwardsville in again. Try to center, but that's slapped out of there by Tall. Back to Matthews now. Matthews in for Tall. Tall. Oh, his shot hit a skate. Edwardsville, loses grip there as he falls down. Tall after it on the far side. Edwardsville out of the zone. That's gloved down by Ethan Tall. He gets stood up, but Aiden Tall picks it up, puts it down in. I want to start calling Ethan Tall Towel or something.
There you go, or ET maybe.
This is confusing.
ET and AT.
ET with it. I don't like it. I got to call him something else. Tigers have it. They'll dump it down in as both teams are changing. Bohart after it. Bohart with some nice maneuvers there as he put on the brakes, get out of the zone to Pollard. Pollard. Cross ice for Jacobs. Jacobs from the blue, or the red line rather, dumps it all the way down in. Tigers send it to the opposite corner. Jacobs over there with Kuzmerzik. Jacobs gets pushed against the boards. Clark comes away with it. Clark wrapping around. Oh, went high, too high. And Bohart keeps it in at the blue line, then shuttled around by Jacobs. Back to Clark. Clark makes a nice move. Clark back to Jacobs. Jacobs back to Clark. It gets tipped. He'll have to reset. Throws it back to Jacobs. Jacobs to Clark. To Jacobs. Oh, in the middle, looking for Pollard. It gets under his stick. And the Tigers back the other way. They'll just dump it down in. Jokic will smother and cover with 9:35 to go here in the third. 4-0. Tigers on top.
Well, again, that was one of the better forechecking sequences right there for the Redbirds we've had in a long time. Right there, Pollard had the net front presence going, but was kind of right in the middle. Just needed to move from side to side a little bit more. Just couldn't connect on the pass in front.
Off the draw, puck comes right in the middle. Wolf shot blocked by Dix. He gets the puck back. Secondary shot gets tipped high over the netting into the corner. Stevenson. Puck comes up top to Thompson. Thompson looking for Davis. Davis will chip it off the glass down in. Davis and Thompson both after it. Ruff gets to it first. He puts on the brakes. Dunham in there. Puck squirts through his legs. And here comes Haneke. Haneke's got speed. He'll cut through the middle. Haneke. Center's right in front. Oh. And Dix was able to get the stick on it and break it up. Dix behind the net now. Centering effort right on. Jokic to save. Puck kicks out in front. Tigers reset. Ruff fires one wide. Over to the side. Oh, Haneke avoids a big hit from Landon Thompson. As the puck comes up, Ruff unloads a 5-mile-an-hour slapper there as it goes wide. They'll try it again. Ruff up top. Gives it back. Haneke's shot hits a boot and goes out of play. 8:14 to go. Here in the third, Edwardsville on top 4-0.
Well, good effort right there by Thompson over there on the far wing. And Edwardsville cycled the puck very well, but really didn't get a good look right there. Jokic maybe had a save in there. So nice job by the defenseman. Keep Edwardsville to the outside. Needing a face-off win here, Chris, and a quick zone exit. Got your top line on.
Edwardsville wins that draw. Puck inside it right in front, and they score. As if you look at the video, it was 3 black jerseys in front, no white jerseys. And it's 5-0 Edwardsville with 8:05 to go in the third.
Not much coverage there for the Redbirds. He may have had Widman out front, but Jokic pretty much on his own on that one, and things have unraveled here for the Redbirds in this third period.
Puck comes back to Widman. Tigers put it off sides. They got to clear the zone as Long picks up. Rips it around the boards for Jacobs. Jacobs gives it right to Maurer for the Tigers. One-timer. That's turned aside by Jokic. Widman trying to wrestle the puck away. Probably they turn it over to Clark. Clark flip pass, stopped by Osborne. Osborne up top. He'll send it down into the corner. Widman gets there first. Not out. Trump shot. Glove save Jokic. 7:27 to go in this one. 5-0 Edwardsville.
Redbirds have been hemmed in their own end for quite a while. Just can't get anything sustained going here at all, Chris. And you got to hand it to Edwardsville. They played a very good defensive game so far.
I think you can kind of see the wear and tear coming to Travis, where, you know, Redbirds maybe a little bit of a shorter bench over there compared to Edwardsville. And Edwardsville's running 4 lines at you, and they're running them hard. And it'll wear you down, and I think you're seeing a little bit of that right now as that came in front and was shot just wide. Stevenson, they try to center with Bohart's there. Tigers get it back. Clark turns and fires it out of the zone. Tall and Jacobs try to get something going. There's Tall to Clark. He has it batted away. Jacobs after it. He'll send it down for Clark. Clark into the corner. Clark looking for Tall. Gets past him.
Something to note there, Ethan Tall's actually playing forward right now.
Redbirds trying to change something up here. Hacked away. Matthews checks in. Tigers walk in. Jokic save. Oh, point blank. Saved by Jokic.
Yeah, fantastic save right there by Jokic.
To Matthews. Matthews gets it down there. Just over 6 to go in this one. Tigers bring it up the near side. In his zone, Stevenson doesn't let it get to the net. He'll send it around for Matthews. Then picked up by Clark. Clark, he has it poke check from behind. Clark still with it, but he loses the handle there. Tall will get to it. Send it back for Dix. Dix to Clark. Clark into the zone. Clark makes a nasty move and then fires one chest high. Woo! That was a nasty move from Clark. That shot from the point turned aside. Ruff sends it around the boards. Tigers exit the zone. He tries to make a move around long and just throws it towards the net. Nobody home for the Tigers. Kuzmerzik and Matthews tied up along the far side. Clark sends it down the ice again. That's going to roll right on net. Rolling puck, got the nice little curve. And it rolled right on net to avoid the icing, Travis.
Yeah, Redbirds get a break, and they haven't had a whole lot of those in this game. So let's see if you can get a offensive zone face-off win right here and just get something to the net. You got your rugged line on the ice right now, so you get Clayton Long a chance to whack one at the net here.
Johnson on the draw. Edwardsville wins it. They send it out of the zone. Long back to get it for the Redbirds. Looking for Steffen. I think that might have hit some. That took a bad hop there. That might have hit somebody on the Tigers bench. Dix is in there prodding away as he penetrates the zone. Back the other way we go. Come the Tigers. Long pokes at it. Tigers try to center. Johnson has it taken away. Tigers with it. They're swarming around. Wolf centers right through the middle. Nobody there. Osborne now for the Tigers. Moves around Steffen. Puck in front. Bouncing. Still bouncing. Haneke now with it. Tigers down into the corner. Dix. Oh, yeah. Dix is in there hammering. Tigers still with the puck. My God. Bodies are flying everywhere. Johnson's throwing around. Pollard along the near side now. Tigers still with it. They'll move in. Crump's shot goes wide. Steffen, he gets a body there. And Johnson clears the zone. Tigers are going to change, so they'll regroup as Pollard's stalking it. Long cross ice pass. And that's going to be offsides on Edwardsville. 3:30 to go in this one. 5-0 Tigers.
Well, the physical play, we haven't missed out on that tonight, Chris. Bodies are definitely flying down there. Big collision behind the net. Dix that got involved in that. He hammered, but got hammered at the same time.
And the puck comes in off the draw, back into the Alton zone. Tigers, oh, another centering effort. Just out of the reach of Whitaker. Behind the net, another centering shot. Maurer goes wide on his effort. Whitaker again looking for Maurer on the back door, but that's broken up by Widman. He'll get it to Jacobs. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs, tall. He'll smack it over for Jacobs. Jacobs tries to get it back in the middle for Clark, but the Tigers are there as they have seemingly anticipated every Alton pass here tonight. Petker comes in, hits it off the side of the net. Here comes Tall. He'll find Jacobs. Jacobs in. Jacobs makes one move, comes in front. Oh, loose puck. Can't get a shot off. Stevenson has to wait. The Redbirds have to cut onside as Stevenson dumps it in.
Well, there's no doubt they're gassed right now, Chris.
Clark. Up top for Widman. Back to Clark. Cross ice. Oh, under the stick of Stevenson and out of the zone. Stevenson, in anger, slaps it back into the zone. Tall chases after it. Puck comes. Oh, Clark almost had a move. Tall gets it back to Clark. Clark rips one off the post. They're going to say no goal there. And here comes the Tigers back the other way. Bowers into the zone. Fans in front. Here comes Tall. Tall and Matthews and Clark. Tall loses the handle on this. Back the other way. Come the Tigers. Cut through the middle. Easy blocker save there for Jokic. Along the far side now. Clark in there poking away with Long. Long with a good stick there to break up that move. Staying on him as the puck comes to Clark. Minute 18 to go. Clark through the middle. Clark past everybody and then puts the shot just wide. Here come the Tigers back the other way. Off of a skate. They'll dump it down low. Bohart, he's in there throwing his weight around. Tigers still have it. They center it right through everybody. 1 minute to go. Here comes Tall. Tall across the blue line. Tall. Behind the net. Ethan Tall with it. Right there on the near side. Clark. He gets a check from behind. Up top, Dix hits a body in front. Tall with it. He'll fire one at the net. Stark loves it, and they'll just decide to whistle about 5 seconds later after he drops the puck. 32 seconds to go in the game. If the Redbirds are going to come back in this one, Travis, they better start right now.
Yeah, I'd say you got to try to get the face-off win, get one quick to the net. That was actually a good sequence right there by the Redbirds. But
Dix! Oh! Dix was trying to slide that one in from the point. As it goes into the corner, Dunham. Johnson can't get there. Oh, Dunham with a nice hit. Why not? They're not going to call anything. They haven't, no penalties throughout this entire game. 10 seconds to go. Puck comes in the middle. Out of the zone. Here come the Tigers. And we can't get past Dix, and that's the game. After a valiant effort, the Redbirds come up a little short, 5-0 here tonight. 17 shots for the Redbirds in the game, but more importantly than that stat, which is low, just 8 shots in between the second and third period, Travis.
yeah, Edwardsville just played extremely well defensively, and especially at the neutral zone. The Redbirds just couldn't connect on their outlet passes, couldn't get sustained pressure. Edwardsville had the quick zone exits, and you know, it says 17 shots on goal, but not a whole lot of quality scoring chances tonight for the Redbirds. And on the other hand, Chris, it says 30 shots on goal for Edwardsville. Felt more like 50 tonight. Jokic had a very solid game in net. Not much he could do on some of these goals. So, you know, hopefully you get just a little bit more top-to-bottom effort in the next game. But you had a very tough test tonight here in this first one.
Yeah, you know, you when you open the season against a team like Edwardsville, you're not in your stride yet. You really don't know what's going to happen. And tonight, that's exactly what happened to the Redbirds. But good news is, memories are short. We're right back at it again tomorrow night, Travis, against the Vianney Griffins, which should be another good battle, but I think the Redbirds match up a little better with Vianney, Travis.
Yeah, some good matchups there last year, and so yeah, let's see if the Redbirds can bounce back to get a short rest and then go at it again on Thursday. So they're starting off the season with a bang for sure.
Yeah, and I believe they're only meeting last year at the varsity level, Travis. Alton led 1-0 until about 2 or 3 minutes left in the game when the Griffins were finally able to beat one past Jokic. I think that was on like shot number 50. So it's a little better matchup for us tomorrow night. So we'll see, as we hope you all, if you can't make it to the rink, of course, tune in here on the Redbirds Broadcasting Network.